Hi guys, we are going to add and subtract fractions again. So just a few more practice problems with this. First thing we always do is find a common denominator. We can't add apples to oranges, so we have to change them to fruit, right? So first thing we do is we say, can I change a 3 into a 10? Is 3 times something 10? And the answer is no. Second thing we say is, okay, I can do 10 times 3. That's a denominator of 30. And that's a pretty big denominator. So then I like to look at the fractions and say, can I simplify them first? And if we look at 8/10, these are both even, so I can divide both parts by 2. Half of 8 is 4, and half of 10 is 5. So I could change out 8/10 for 4/5. And then I'm going to be working with easier numbers. Okay? So now I can do 5 times 3, and I get 15. So I'm going to change them both to 15ths. 3 times 5 is 15, and whatever we do to the bottom, we've got to do to the top. So 1/3 is the same as 5/15. 5 times 3 is 15, so 4 times 3 is 12. So now I have 12/15 and 5/15. I add that together and I get 17/15. 17/15 is improper, so we have to put that into a mixed number. How many times will 15 go into 17? Once. 17 minus 15 is 2, so we have 2 leftovers. 2 leftover 15ths. That is in simplest form because 2 is prime, and 15 is not a multiple of 2. All right, another addition of fractions. First step, can I change a 4 into a 6? No. Second step, 4 times 6 is 24. Can totally do that. That would be a great answer or a great way to work. But I also see 2/6. 2/6 can be simplified to 1/3. So now if I'm adding 1/4 and 1/3, I've got a lot easier way to go. So for this, 4 times 3 is 12. So I'm going to change it to a common denominator of 12. 3 times 4, so 1 times 4. 1/3 is the same as 4/12. 4 times 3, so 1 times 3. 1/4 is the same as 3/12. So now I add these. Pretty simple. 3 plus 4 is 7. And I'm working with 12ths. This is in simplest form. 7's prime. 12 is not a multiple of 7. Boy, we keep getting ones with primes. Okay, now we're subtracting. So I look at this and say, can I change a 3 into a 5? Is 3 times something 5? No. So I'm going to do 5 times 3. And I'm going to make my denominator 15. 15's not too big. Also, if we look at this, neither of these can be simplified anyway, so we're going to leave it 15ths. So 3 times 5, so 1 times 5 is 5. So 1/3 is the same as 5/15. I just made an equivalent fraction. 5 times 3 is 15, so 4 times 3 is 12. So I just made an equivalent fraction there. Now I just subtract them. 12 minus 5. 12 minus 5 is 7. Your answer is 7/15. Another prime. So 7/15 cannot be simplified. If it were 7/14, it could be. In fact, right now, why don't you write 7/14 in the bottom right-hand corner of your paper to show me that you are watching this video. Okay, last problem. 9/10 minus 4/5. First thing I asked myself, can I change a 5 into a 10? I can. So I'm going to work harder, not smart, or work smarter, not harder. And I'm just going to change this 1. 5 times 2, so 4 times 2 is 8. Very little to write on this one because I was able to change this to tenths. So this guy did not need to be touched. 9/10 minus 8/10 is 9 minus 8. Come on, people. 1/10. 1/10. Well, we know that's in simplest form because it's got a 1 as a numerator. So we're done. Adding and subtracting fractions, pretty easy, guys. You can do it. See you next time.